Hello.
Hello.
Hey, what's going on?
Nothing, just chilling.
Hoping and
Can you hear me?
praying that this thing. Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You don't hear any static or anything?
Um, no, no, no.
Okay, cool, cool, cool. We all good. What's going on, people? What's up? What's up? What's up? I'm actually on my phone. I had to switch from the laptop to the phone real quick. Uh, yeah. How has everything been going with you before we jump into this podcast today?
Things been pretty good, pretty decent, pretty fine. Um,
Pretty.
yeah, working
Oh,
out, trying to eat right,
oh, okay, okay.
mm,
I'm trying to
trying
eat.
to little portion. Some stuff be too good still, but all good.
That's what's up. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I had some folks on the live kind of hyping me up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Why your boy working out? Talking about you look like your arm about to pop or whatnot, what have you. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I do what I does. You know what I'm saying? I do what I does, man. Y'all know we do. Planet Fitness has got some new workout equipment in there, so I've been trying some stuff. Some stuff I like, sometimes some stuff I can't really necessarily rock with, like the leg machines that they got. I can't rock with them, but some of them. I actually like the calf machine. We actually had that at my school, so that was dope. You know what I'm saying? That was one of the dope exercises. I would love for them to get one of those neck machines like we had in Rock Hill, South Carolina. Oh my goodness. But yeah, everything else has been pretty decent, man. Everything else has been pretty decent. And
Awesome.
yeah, that's that. So we're gonna go ahead and jump right on into this, man. We're gonna be talking tech today. We're gonna be jumping into some legal issues. We're gonna be talking about some conversations that took place on the radio. The very first thing that I wanted to get off my chest is the iPhone 16e. Man, yo, I just got to get this off my chest. For the longest, I have honestly been waiting for Apple to come out with another budget iPhone. We have been waiting on this for the longest. The iPhone SE, like, and honestly, Apple normally they do a phenomenal job with hitting that price point. 300 and something dollars, 400 and something dollars. I would consider that a budget iPhone. Do you agree?
Yeah, I can. Yes, I would agree. So what? So what happened?
So with the iPhone 16e, they announced everything, the specs and everything. They even said, it was gonna be bigger. You were gonna have the USB-C port on it. They're gonna be taking MagSafe out, but I don't really care. Listen, I'm cool with that, man. Just make sure that you hit that budget number and we good. Like we good. They took a lot of stuff out, which I understand, and I would have rocked with them. I would have rocked with them. But the price is $600, $599 from an iPhone that is normally somewhere around the $300-400 range. You just jumped. That was just ridiculous, man. I'm at a loss for words for. I don't understand why the hell y'all thought this was a good idea, because it was a whole team, an entire. If this was just one person, okay, cool. But this was an entire team's idea to put this out on the market as the budget iPhone, $600. Now, mind you, the iPhone 16 Plus, I believe that's like the cheapest one, ain't it? Is it the Plus or is it the regular? One of them. But that phone is like maybe $100 and something dollars extra, $100 or $200 something dollars extra. This is supposed to be a budget iPhone. Yeah, I was upset, man. I was upset. The entire tech community is in an uproar. The only person that didn't really say anything about it was your average consumer. But I looked at his comments. A lot of people was like, "Yeah, that's what happens when you do a paid sponsorship video or whatever." Temperature, you got to always do that temperature check. But yeah, I was disappointed, man. I was definitely disappointed in Apple. They crushed me with that one, man. They crushed the entire tech community with that one. I've been looking forward to that to hearing what that phone was gonna look like since it was rumors about it. I was really waiting on that price, man. But yeah, $600 for the budget iPhone now.
Oh.
When you can go ahead and get an iPhone 16 Pro or 16, 15 Pro Max, one of those things for like $600. $613. You telling me for $13 more, I ain't even got to get a budget phone. I can get like pretty much almost like a top of the line phone for the same freaking price. It just didn't make sense. It don't make sense. Does not make sense. Apple, I rock with y'all on a lot of things, but this right here, this ain't one of them, my friend. This is not one of them. That's not $600 is not budget. You can't classify that as budget at no capacity. I don't give a damn what's going on in the market or whatever. Because like I was saying, good phone, and Marquez as well, MKBHD. Good phones are getting cheap, and cheap phones are getting good. That's still true. That's still freaking true, man. I mean, if you look at some of the competitors, especially when you look at the Xiaomi, the Huawei, I ain't gonna say Huawei because they done been banned, but the Xiaomi phones and stuff like that, man, you can find a great phone or a great Android phone for somewhere around $400 or $500. That's pretty much decent on at everything else that it does. But yeah, no, I was disappointed in that, man. I got my dog gonna raise my blood pressure thinking about that thing. So, what are your thoughts on that?
Uh, I'm not really familiar with how like Apple, I guess you could say conduct business and stuff like that. Um, and like how they uh not introduce but release new devices and stuff. I've seen a few um I guess Apple events, but I still wouldn't say that I'm really familiar with how they do things. But from that information that I do have, I feel like they might have something else in store, or they are pushing for customers towards a different device. Either there's something else that they haven't released yet, or is um well, yeah, well, that's kind of the same thing. I was gonna say it's something they haven't released yet, or they still want you to uh buy and consume something they already have out now, and they want to get those sales up or something like that. I just feel like it's either it's that, or it could be trial and error. But I really wouldn't say that. I don't know their reputation, but I really wouldn't say that they do things with a lot of error after it's been released. Hello, hello. Hmm. Were you able to hear me?
There you go. My bad. I'm back. You good?
Yes.
Yeah, my fault, man. My phone acting crazy. But yeah, I heard most of what you were saying, and I guess I didn't really think about it in that way. And knowing Apple, I wouldn't disagree with you. I would not disagree with you. I can definitely see them funneling people towards or pushing them more towards making a decision that's going to benefit them. So I mean, I'm not mad. I think if most companies had the power that Apple had, they would probably do the same thing. Honestly, now that I think about it, I guess that does make a little bit of sense. But
Yeah.
still, man, they come on, man, come on. That still ain't budget. I don't care how you look at it. That is not no doggone. That's not a budget phone. 600 $600 not a budget phone. And they doggone memory is crazy. Like if you get like 512 gigs on that phone, you're looking at almost close to $1,000 for what's supposed to be a budget phone. I tell you, good grief.
So that's how much gigs it has?
If you no, if you get that option, I think it starts off at 128 gigs, then it go to 256, and then it goes to 512. I think. But yeah, that that budget iPhone that they done came out with a 16E, it's gonna be pushing close to $1,000 if you get that 512 option instead of that 128. Breaking the bank, boy, breaking the mother loving bank. Anyway, I want to go ahead and get into Diddy. Hide your kids, hide your wife. So Diddy, have you heard about? Have you seen Diddy being in the news lately? He's been in the news a little bit more lately. That
When
case
you
of
said his name, I was like, dang, still?
yeah, because everything keeps coming up. When we were speaking about it last time, it was something about his lawyer or somebody was quitting the case or whatever. They no longer could take the case or something like that. Well,
Oh.
yeah, yeah. Well, now it says that Diddy's legal team may have found a way out of his civil suits. It's speculation. A lot of people have been saying that, hey, after digging, after searching, that it could be a possible, that he could possibly be let off from them those civil suits. So I mean, only time will tell, but it's a lot going on with that doggone case, man. And just imagine you don't went through all of that, and just say for instance, if you're innocent, you don't went through all of this mess. These people that locked you up for no freaking reason. Now, again, I'm not saying he's innocent. I'm not saying that he's guilty. I'm saying if you are an innocent man and you done been dragged this much, like you can have people that come out with false allegations against you to the point where you get locked up and possibly spending the rest of your life in jail off of people accusing you, man, bro, that's crazy. All that money, all of that power, all of that fame, all of that stuff means absolutely nothing if you got people pointing the finger at you and saying that you did this and you did that on this day or this night. That's
Not,
scary, man.
yeah. Now, usually you don't hear too much about that when it comes to people with money and power. Most of the time, is you hear stuff like that and them actually doing the time and they actually be innocent, but they don't normally have the money, power, and resources to clear their name within that time frame. But I don't know, man. That's kind of weird too. The fact that it's so many people, so many cases. I'm not sure if they have eyewitnesses and how much, what is the whole evidence of, you know, um, what type of evidence they have. But yeah, like you were saying, if you're an innocent person and people just out to get you for whatever reason. Ooh, go ahead.
And now it's scary to think about, but what I was also was thinking is, like, I would love to think that people are naturally good. I would, but I'm just thinking, right? And I know this is in a movie, but just think about what Ezel said. You know how much you can get for a slip and fall in the stove? Think how many people see easy money and are willing to do almost anything to jump at it. And I know this is probably like on a smaller scale, right? But I was watching some content while I was working out, right? The Drewski show, and I was just thinking about how all of these people are willing to get online and act a freaking donkey just for likes, for views, for social media and everything. Who's to say that these same people won't just go out there and see, hey, I see this person and that person accusing this person of doing something and getting a bag from it. Yo, I can do the exact same thing. And hey, if I do, I make money. If I don't, they just pretty much just because there's no consequences most of the time for those people that come out and lie on other people's name. We've seen that plenty of times from the reactions and stuff that I do from just people out here trying to get people for their money. It's a lot of folks out here that will stop at nothing to get a free dollar, and they don't give a damn who they do it to. All they
Well,
looking at is how can I get in? How can I get in on this?
mhm. I mean, I don't know what's the case between. I don't even know who she's suing for real. I don't remember her name, but is it for defamation, Nicki Minaj, or is it for something else?
You say who now?
So, I mean, technically, there is. Uh, he could sue those folks because it's for defamation.
Yeah, but those people
Um,
ain't got nothing. And so
that's true too. So
when it comes to those folks, I mean, like you're gonna be losing money. Like you got people that's petty, like Cardi B. She don't mind losing money to spend hundreds of millions of dollars on top of all of that time. And them people just looking like, damn if I do, damn if I don't. You know what I'm saying? If I go after these people to prove my innocence, that's gonna cost me hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars. And I'm going after them, and these people ain't even got ish. They ain't got a damn thing. They working.
true.
They work
I mean,
making
yeah,
$10,000.
yeah, yeah. That was the other thing that I was thinking, but I was just, yeah.
There should be some type of consequences behind these people, and it shouldn't take for those people to have to spend all of that time, all of their money, all of their those hard earned resources and stuff that they done accumulated over the years to make sure that the law is doing their mother loving job and making sure that you're holding these people accountable. Like you got so many people out there that have literally worked their butts off, have had like a squeaky clean look since they got on the freaking field. Let's just look at people like Jonathan Majors, right? Jonathan Majors. If you look at his resume, squeaky clean, great guy, outstanding. Outside of that incident that he had with that young lady a few years back, record, resume, squeaky clean. But that one little altercation with her, I would honestly say it cost him everything. This guy was, man, he was like the modern day Denzel almost. Now he didn't have the looks and what have you, but as far as acting, phenomenal actor. I mean, like you cannot take away from that guy and say that he's not a phenomenal actor. Hardworking, appeared in all type of TV shows, movies, and was honestly on the incline. Was at the top of his freaking game and still climbing. I mean, when you appear in doggone the Avengers and you doing Marvel movies, oh, you done made it. You have made it. And they were literally going to put the entire storyline around him, around Kane or whatever Kane the Conqueror. They were gonna make like the entire storyline surrounded around him. One of the last clips we seen was in the multiverse where they made like millions and millions of him. But after that little situation happened, again, somebody basically just on that bull saying that this person untouched me or whatever, man, and everything went downhill. Man pretty much lost it all. Endorsement deals, roles, that top role with Marvel, they had dropped him. His agency dropped him. Like people stopped rocking with him. They was like, yeah, nah, man, you're a woman beater or whatever. Even though he wasn't. He pretty much just got the young lady off of him and took off running. It's a cold world out here. It's a cold
Hmm.
world out here. It just sucks
Yeah.
to see again, people that have worked their doggone butts off, going through stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that I know how we got here. I'm not saying that Diddy is innocent. I'm not saying that he's guilty because I still don't know. Innocent until proven guilty. But I'm just saying, man, if I've seen it a lot of times where innocent people have been accused of some crazy stuff, and some people have got convicted, even though they were innocent years later. The person that accused them of that, like, I'm sorry, and they didn't get, and nothing happened to those people. I'm just over it, boy. I'm over it. Doggone people, man, just getting away with that type of stuff. You know what? No harm, no foul. My bad. No, that was my fault. Okay, everything's good. What? That's it? Uh, Anyway, I wanted to talk about. Do you have anything else you wanted to say about this before we get to the next topic?
No customer service. No, not customer service. Public. What is it called? Nothing. What is it?
You said you said what?
I didn't like no slap on the wrist. No. What is it called?
Slap on the
Dang.
butt.
No, not when they community
What kind of
service.
freaky
No,
stuff I'm talking
nothing.
about? What kind of freaky stuff he got going on right now? What you talking about? Slap on the butt.
What?
Don't did it. Don't did it, darling.
Whew. Yeah, no, I agree with you. Like I feel like there should be some sort of consequence for those folks that pretty much do things. I'm trying to think of another way, but huh?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, those people that are lying about other people doing stuff to them
Hmm.
and
Some
nothing
type of
happens to
stuff.
them.
Yeah.
I
So
mean, nothing. No jail time. No.
community service, no nothing, no
Oh, my
probation, no
bad.
nothing. Huh?
Like I've literally known, or I've literally seen like articles and stuff where people have pretty much did 15, 20 years
Hmm.
off of he say, she say stuff. And then that person come out years later, and the only thing they did was apologize after that person got out. That's it. That's all you got. That's all you got for those people. After spending 20 years locked up, freedom taken away from them. Innocent people. Well, I tell you, boy.
And not only yes, yeah, but not only the people, but I feel like the judicial system should have some uh uh
Consequences.
yeah, some consequences too.
Yeah, somebody got to pay out, definitely. That person, go ahead and throw them in jail for lying, and let them know how I feel. And then, and I know no amount of money. I don't, and trust and believe. Oh, I know, no amount of money is worth your freaking freedom,
Mhm.
especially when you're innocent. I did absolutely nothing wrong, and y'all end up sending those people away for whatever reason, for I don't give a damn if it's 24 hours, 48 hours, a week, or whatever. If you were wrong, then yeah, those people absolutely. definitely should be compensated for their time. At least we talking at least a couple of meals. Get them a house, 40 acres, and a mule.
Mhm. Yeah. I've seen this stuff in movies, and most of the time it's either like the attorney is, young or overwhelmed, they don't have enough public defenders, or it's they in cahoots with the judge. I don't want to say all this, but you know, they're like in pretty much in cahoots with the judge, and like if you get your conviction rates up and stuff like that. So sometimes it's not even in uh not good faith. Why can I not think what I'm trying to say? But it's not even in, well, we'll just say defense or good terms, good something, good
Yeah,
faith,
public
not good
defenders
faith.
don't give it. They don't give a damn. They don't give a damn about some of them people. I'm not saying all public defenders, but it's a good
Yeah.
grip of them that literally don't care. Like somebody can get juvie. I've seen some kids get juvie life, and the crime wasn't even that crazy for them to get juvie life, but the little attorney, little public defender, or whatever. After they just sitting there talking, laughing it up, like yo. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm all for, older people accountable and stuff like that, man. But yeah, man, I just think
The,
some people shouldn't be in certain positions, and we just need to find a better way to go about doing things. 'Cause what we're doing right now, definitely, I would definitely say it's definitely not working because
mm,
you're supposed to go to jail, or wherever you're going to hopefully sit in there, learn yourself or whatever. I mean, learn your lesson, do better than, and then get out and start to correct those things. But people are repeat offenders and stuff because the system ain't looking out for you when you get in there. Them COs and everything, man, it's crazy. It's a lot
mhm,
that's going on with that damn system, man.
mm,
Yeah, but
yeah.
I get worked up over there. We're gonna go ahead and go into the next situation. But
Hmm.
Meek Mills, Meek Mills. Speaking of the government, I'm giving them a lot of slack today. I see. Meek Mills calls out the IRS over a $2.8 million tax bill, and he said, "Listen, fam, I barely made 2 mil. How the heck y'all taxing me more? How my tax bill be more than what I'm saying than what I'm actually making a year? Or was it? He either made 2 or 3 mil, I believe. And he was like, yo, how the hell? Like, how does work? How that happen? Have you ever
Hmm.
heard where people have gotten taxed more than what they've earned in that year?
Well, I haven't personally, but just from things and hearing folks, it could have been like he hadn't filed in a couple of years or something like that. Or, if he has an accountant, maybe the accountant overlooked something. But I don't know.
Send me that account. No, let me stop. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. I am joking. One thing I'm not gonna play with is that Uncle Sam. I'm good, dog. Heck no. We don't play them type of games. I'm trying to figure out the best way to go about doing my tax where we can file every nickel, dime, and penny. I want to account for everything because honestly, if you do it right, it can honestly work for you instead of working against you. But one thing you don't want to do is start
Mhm.
hiding money. Don't do that. I try my best, and I've been making sure that I keep up with my money that's going out and anything that's coming in because yeah, I don't want them problems. I don't want no problem with that dude right there. Hey, it's a lot of people that what I'm saying I go toe to toe with. Almost anybody. I ain't messing with Uncle Sam for real. That boy right there, boy. Listen. And
On another level.
right. And Samuel Jackson better stop playing too.
Oh,
Oh, you with Capital One, huh? Let me see if I can look
oh,
into. I'm joking.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah,
But
that's
for
definitely
yeah,
the. Oh, go ahead.
yeah. For the most part, I feel like it probably could have been like he made a, missed a year or two or a few. And dang, it was something else I was going to say in regards to.
Now he did come out and say he did tweet after the fact. Everybody started chiming in on Twitter. He just need to stay
Hmm.
off Twitter, but he did chime in and say, "Listen, I don't have any back tax, old back tax, or anything like that. I file my taxes every year. You know." He was like, it was just a 2.8, which again, it doesn't make any sense because I agree with you. I think that a lot of people maybe have not paid all of their doggone taxes or forgot to file for whatever reason, or they were just late filing. That's another thing that they hit you over the head for that too. You late
Oh
filing.
yeah,
Trust me, I
yeah.
know. Trust me. A
And
couple of
then
days.
you can owe them. I'm not sure the time limit, but you will owe them longer than they will owe you. Basically, you have a certain amount of time for you to claim your funds,
Mhm.
but they gonna keep at you for
I'm gonna
whatever
get
you
mine.
owe them.
Uncle Sam, boy, that's the biggest bully on the mother loving planet. He gonna get his. I don't care who you is, boy. Speaking of tax money, right? Because I don't know
Hmm.
if you guys have seen the Mr. Beast games. If you haven't, y'all go check it out. Phenomenal TV show, man. Mr. Beast did a phenomenal job with that. But his payout on Beast games was 10 mil. And they said after taxes, and I want to say he even commented below, after taxes, they only taken home like 5 point something million dollars, which
Mm.
means they took almost, well, hold my bad. Uncle Sam bullied them and took almost half of that 10 million. Let me go ahead and get mine up off the top. Let me go ahead and get that player. Almost half of that $10 million. Yo, you won
Mm.
$10 million. No, no. We won 10 mil. Matter of fact, I'm gonna take the 10. Let me see. I'm gonna go ahead and give you. I'm gonna give you five and a half back. How about that? Uncle Sam ain't did a mother loving thing, but I'm gonna take mine off the top. Let me go ahead and get that. Yeah, man. Only the winner only got about 5 point something million dollars, man.
Mm.
After winning $10 million. I done already spent most of that money in my head. You telling me I got to give some of it back already?
Already. Hold on. Can I can I put it into charity or something real quick before
Right.
taxes,
That's what
after
I'm
tax?
saying.
How it go? Is it after?
Yeah, I'm thinking there is a way that you can do that,
So I
but
can get
I,
more of it?
I would definitely advise you guys to go speak to, a financial advisor that's gonna really educate you on that, like taxes and stuff like that, how that stuff works. But I
Mm.
would definitely much rather give it to a charity or give it to, a business or something like that rather than just giving all of that stuff to Uncle Sam, man. I believe there is a way that you can donate to if your family member. Again, I'm not gonna tell y'all, you know what I'm saying, but we got a lot of people out here that start businesses, and as long as you get it in writing and everything like that, just make sure you do it the legal way. That's all I'm gonna say. I ain't gonna give
Yeah.
y'all no financial advice. I'm just saying, if it was me, I would much rather try to figure out, that way. Like I would go and get like a really, really good financial advisor that's gonna, educate me on the best way to go about doing this. Instead of giving all this money to Uncle Sammy, is there a way that I can pour into, like a family business, like, somebody, a relative or, a close friend that's trying to, get up off the ground or whatever. And that will kind of like maybe not cancel out all the debt, but instead of me giving the entire 4.5 million to Uncle Sam, only got to give him a million and some change because I've donated and I looked out for my family or my friends and have put them, in a better situation. That's how the rich stay rich, man. That's how they be doing. I believe, I think. That's how other people looking out for other people, man. Like, yeah, let me
Mhm.
invest in your business. I'm not gonna give you no money. I'm gonna invest. I'm gonna give you a donation or
Yeah.
whatnot. You know what I'm saying? A little donation, whatnot, what have you. Now, make sure this ain't just no little, little side hustle. They ain't got no LLC or nothing like that. You just, yeah, no, just give it to me in cash. No, family, I can't do that. We gotta, you know what I'm saying? We gotta do some wire transfers. Trying to get a $1.5 million in cash, and then they go on your Facebook page, and you up there flashing money and going to strip
Mm.
clubs and stuff like that, going to Bali. Got all these drinks and everything. Got the mink coats with the Timberland boots. It's 90 degrees outside. Like, bro, you about to get us both locked up, man. Come on, dog. Hey, like, can't can't do nothing for our folk, boy. Out here short out. Woo. But yeah, $2.8 million tax bill, man. And what somebody was saying, like Big Mill, the fact that you are complaining about pulling out, going to your bank and having to pull out $2.8 billion for a tax bill, bro. Most people ain't even got them problems. Like you blessed. You can go. You just said it. You literally had to go to the bank, so it's already been paid. The $2.8 million already been paid. Like you got different people problems, fam. You shouldn't even be on social media complaining about that. Like keep that type of mess to yourself. Think people gonna feel sorry for you? You got over $2.8 million in your bank. So I'm trying to make sure I don't overdraft these $28. Shit, talking about just be swipe. People just be swiping more. They don't even care. Let me go ahead and get that cheeseburger cut. But shout out to the Wayne's Bros, man. So they just recently accepted the NAACP award on behalf of well they were I seen them on the NAACP award ceremony, basically just honoring their brother, Keenan Ivory Waynes, man. That
Yeah.
guy really took care of an entire generation of people. Not just his
Mhm.
family, but when I tell you, he put so many people on, like not just from in living color, even though man, he put again so many people on, and people have been able to feed their families, and honestly been able to generate freaking I can't even think, man. Like I'm thinking about like Jim Carrey, my boy Jamie Foxx, Jennifer
Mhm.
Lopez. You know what I'm saying? Even though she don't like to talk about it too much, you know what I'm saying? Uh, but his entire family, like, and he had so many people that appeared on that freaking show, and they were able to generate generations of income because of that show. Like that's where a lot of people got their start from. Like he gave a lot of people, their start there. And
Yeah.
I think that it was just a blessing just to see, a family, a group of people just giving somebody their flowers while they're still here. I'd be so angry, like, man, why in the world do people always wait until afterward to finally give somebody their flower? Like, that this person has been looking out for you, or this person has, what I'm saying, did some phenomenal, like, give them their doggone flower. Let me tell you something. One thing about me, I'm gonna let you know, I appreciate you. I appreciate. I done made a video about it. I done put it in a video, and you can always go back and check and look at that video. Listen, this is just confirmation. You can always go back and look and say, hey, you can't say that he didn't say, I appreciate you. Thank you. I go pull that mug up in a second. Y'all know, hey, I don't mind pulling footage. I will pull footage in a second. Oh, I said it. I definitely said it, player. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Now, if you ain't see the video, that's on you. No,
Mm.
but no, man, I definitely try to make sure that what I'm saying. I give credit where credit is due. Anytime somebody look out for me in any way or whatever, let them know that I appreciate them. And one thing about me is I not only try to let people know that I appreciate them, but I'm gonna return the favor, and it kind of sounds bad now that I think about it. I'm gonna return the favor, but I'm gonna return it plus some. Cause I go tick for tack. I'm petty. I'm petty like that. You do something for me,
Okay.
I'm gonna be looking for. Okay, how can I do something for you back? Okay, say less. This is my opportunity. Let me go ahead and take advantage of this. That's just me, man. Show your appreciation, man. And for him doing that, looking out for them, educating them, teaching them, even while they were young. I know Marlon, makes the joke about this. Even when his brother was out there wearing pants without any damn drawers. That's how much they used to get it in the '80s. He said they never wore
Mm.
drawers, just pants. Just slide the damn pants on or whatever. You already knew what time it was. But he said he would go and get. I don't know if it was Marlon and Sean, or it might have been one of the other brothers. Anyway, he said he would sit them down and give them like 3 or 4 movies to watch, and he was like, I want y'all to watch it, and I want y'all to tell me what y'all thought about the movie or whatever. And so he would leave out. He would go to the club or whatever, party, do whatever. Bring a chick back, and she would go straight to the room because he already knew what time it was. And he would ask them. He was like, okay, now I want you guys to tell me, what did you learn from this film, and how could you make it funnier? And then, they would probably start to tell you, like, all right, just hold that thought. Tell me in the morning. I'm going to go ahead and, beat down this little broad or whatnot. And I'll talk to y'all in the morning. We'll discuss it over cornflakes or whatnot. Even though it sounds crazy, man, Sean was basically, well, not Sean, but Marlon was basically just expressing to him, how much that played a huge role in his life, and how he takes the approach at looking at how he can improve other movies as well as his own, and it helps keep his spark, his creative juices flowing or whatever. But yeah,
Mm.
man, huge shout out to Keenan Ivory Wayans, man, and the entire Wayans family. It's like
Yeah.
13 of them, right?
It's a big number. Oh.
Man, a lot of brothers and sisters. You don't want to get in a fight with nobody like that. I promise you, you're gonna lose that battle. And the thing about it is, they don't even have to be fighters. It's just that when you got 13 people on you, like, listen, numbers
Mm.
matter. Numbers matter, dog, for real. Unless you got like a one hitter quitter where you gonna be able to lay everybody out with one punch, yeah, it's over for you, fam. Like,
Mm.
that's a uphill battle. You might as well just go ahead and just, what, my bad, man. You don't want all them showing up. And I know their sister was crazy. I forgot what her name is, but she looked like she a fighter.
I think it's Kim.
I used to call it them side ponytail girls. Any girl that have like that side ponytail, you don't want to fight her. I promise you don't want to fight her. That or that ponytail where it looked like somebody put their foot on their head to try to get that thing in a pony. You don't want to fight them.
Oh.
You don't want to fight, man. I'm telling them, be some of the they be looking for a reason to fight. They don't care, male, female, 260 pounds, 6'6". You've been a boxer your entire life. They don't care. They be looking for a reason to pop off, boy. I'm telling you, that was a clear cut sign, boy. Dirty tennis shoes and them small ponytails or them ponytails to the side, man. Mm. Or if they belly show, like if they shirt didn't come all the way down or whatever, they belly keep popping out. Yeah, you don't want to fight them tight. Teachers ain't even mess with them mugs, boy. Crazy word. So I got a question, right? After oh, did you have anything else you want to say about the Wayne's brothers or whatever? Or the Wayne's family, my bad. Not the Wayne's brothers, the Wayne's family.
I mean, just congratulations to, I would say, more or less to them as well. But yeah, congratulations to them. Um, uh, yeah, no, you kind of said it all.
Phenomenal, man. They definitely done some
Hmm.
phenomenal things, man. Like White, I mean, I ain't gonna say White Chicks, but I mean that was actually one of the movies that they helped out with. Scary Movie, In Living Color, I'm Gonna Get You,
Hmm.
Sucker. Like literally, the list goes on. Especially when you start to look at people that they had on the show, and like people like Jamie Foxx, like I said, Jim Carrey, like those people. Even I mean, if we really being honest, J Lo, like.
Hmm.
You were a backup dancer, my love. You know what I'm saying? You were a backup dancer, I mean, or a dancer or whatnot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then they got that little Jenny from the block situation, which I ain't gonna say nothing about her voice. I'm gonna let her rock. Let her rock. But yeah, yeah, man. I think like it's an entire like I like to call it like a spider web, like a whole web. Deck the whole webs. It's a whole web. It's an entire web of people that the Wayne's family has impacted. It's
Hmm.
crazy, man. Yeah, it's phenomenal, man. Phenomenal people. But I have a question, right? We've been seeing a lot of stuff in the news lately about these airplanes, right? These airplanes, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about specifically, it was one that went up in the air and it started smoking and they had to turn back around. I want to say, was it Delta? Was that Delta or was it American Airlines?
Mm, yeah, yeah. I have to look back at it to, cause
It was one of those,
it was
what's the
one of
name?
them.
Yeah. So I got a question, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are you scared to fly? And this is to the audience as well. If y'all want to chime in, feel free. Are you now scared to fly after recent plane incidents?
No,
No?
no,
Tell me why.
not really. Um, well, there's plenty of other things that can go wrong in your everyday life.
Facts. Facts.
It's just, it's not reported like that consecutively. I mean, if you watch the news, I guess I could be wrong with what I'm saying now, but um, yeah, anything could happen. So I don't want to let that type of fear prevent me from, I want to travel. So I don't want it to prevent me from, exploring new things because there's only so far you can go on the road.
Come
There's only so far
on
you can go. What?
now. Y'all know how I travel. You know how I travel.
Right. I mean, there is supposed to be like a highway that goes from north to south, North America to South America, I believe.
Yeah, see,
But
there you go. They make it. We make it away. We making it away. We getting there. We getting there. We gonna get you
until
that
then,
cake.
though, yeah, until then, though, like, you know, still want to go places. And, time is usually, I rather, sometimes I rather get there quickly. You still probably could get on a boat or a ship or a yacht or something like that to get to some of these other places too. And it's quicker than, you know, but it's still not quicker than a plane in my eyes. And so just off of just the pure strength of, not letting fear deter me from, enjoying life, like you still have the courage to get out there, get on the plane, I don't know how you're going to be able to check and make sure that they're doing their due diligence, but you know, so no, just simple no.
I got a little bit of pushback. It's a little bit of pushback and somewhat of like some questions, right? Because say for
Uh-huh.
instance, right, you got people that like say for instance, if you want to take a trip, let's just say in the United States or whatever. You're not even going
Mhm.
outside the U.S., but you're going from Charlotte, North Carolina, all the way over to Sacramento or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You're going to Cali, right?
Mhm.
And yeah, you can fly from point A to point B and get there and enjoy your time or whatnot. But would it not be a little bit more fun and and be a little bit more adventurous to get on a train, you know what I'm saying? Get on a or do a car trip or whatever, and
Mhm.
be able to visit certain spots like along the way, like a cross country tour. Like you're being able to see all these different states, go and check out all these different restaurants, stay at all these different hotels, and really get a little bit more out of the vacation. And then when you get there, enjoy yourself there, and then come back.
Yeah, no, I'm not knocking. I'm not knocking that either. I'm just, I'm just saying, like, to totally cut off flight transportation. I'm not gonna do that. But
Yeah,
yeah, I'm not. Yeah, like to still well, not still, but yeah, but to still, travel by train, ground. I'm not against that either. Like I definitely see the perks of, taking a road trip or taking train trips and, like you was just saying, those having those stops, sightseeing and, at certain stops and eating and, taking the time out to uh, visit landmarks or whatever in those not countries, but towns and states until your destination. Yeah, that's fine as well too. Like,
yeah, true, true. I think that was like part of the reason, you know what I'm saying, why I would I don't mind flying. Like I wouldn't mind, you know what I'm saying, taking a plane or whatever or a flight or whatnot. But I just think when it comes to like vacations and trips and stuff like that, I never want them to seem rushed, and I don't want to plan so much that I don't get to enjoy myself. Because I've literally seen people that have a ridiculous like itinerary where they're spending the entire day just going from one place to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next, and I don't know. My entire life, I never want to feel like I'm being rushed with anything. Like that's like probably like one of my biggest pet peeves. Don't rush me. I don't want to feel like I'm rushed. Just let me, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be doing things. But yeah, I never want to feel rushed. I never want to do too much, and I just want to be able to soak up every single last moment. That's how I feel like I get my money's worth out of a trip,
hmm
where I'm able to actually enjoy my time there, like enjoy the moment instead of just jumping from one thing to the next because they said this place is a good place to go and that place is a good place to eat at, and I'm not really all for that, man. I want to take my time and really be able to enjoy the entirety of the trip,
hmm
if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Take your time, take your time. But would I cut out, you know what I'm saying, flying or whatever, or would I not fly because of the recent incidents? No, I wouldn't say that. Now I'm not gonna cap and make it seem like it ain't gonna bother me or whatever. Like I ain't gonna
hmm
try to do what little due diligence that I can do, which is see if these flights are under the same company. I most certainly will do that. And speaking of that, I'm just saying, Spirit ain't had no problems. I'm just gonna go ahead and throw that out there. I'm gonna throw that out there, and I'm just gonna sit it on the table. And I'm gonna leave it right there. Spirit ain't had no problems at all, fam. I know a lot of people love to try to get them they slack and try to say something about, you know what I'm saying, if you ride Spirit, you got to be careful because you might become one or whatever they were saying. Like, listen, they gonna get you there. You might get hit in the head, you know what I'm saying? If by one of they little flight attendants or whatnot, but they gonna get you there. It might be a little bit rude. They probably gonna charge you $50 for having an extra 5 pounds in your bag. But I promise you, they're gonna get you there. But so I do I got one more question before we go to the next thing. So say for instance,
Mhm.
right,
Mhm.
if a certain car blew up out of the blue. 'Cause I know you were saying something about incidents happen and stuff can happen or whatever. So let's just say you drive a Kia Forte, and out of the blue, a Kia Forte blows up. You're like, oh dang, what happened with that car? Like what happened with that Kia Forte or whatever? And then in that same week or 2 weeks, seven or eight more blow up. You telling me when you go out and look at your car, you ain't gonna look at that mother sideways like, boy, maybe
He's
I need
so
to take a
silly,
Uber
man.
today. Don't let that mother make a noise. Hell no. Oh no. You telling you telling me you would look at that thing sideways though?
That's not what I wasn't saying about the planes. Like I wouldn't be cautious or, about, flying with whatever airline is having these incidents. And hopefully well, I don't know if it's the same difference, but you know how they have recalls on certain vehicles?
Yeah,
Yeah, if it's like a consistent thing, they see the numbers and stuff like that, then hopefully they're recalling the vehicle to,
yeah.
yeah, to take care of the issue or, give you an option to get a whole different type of vehicle. But yeah, of course, I mean, like, even still with, again, like just with every day, like in a way, you still go out here on to be on your P's and Q's because you still don't know what the next person could be thinking. Like you still don't know what could be happening, but you still go out to live your life. You still go out to enjoy your life. You still go out to grind and hustle and be with family and friends and things like that. So it's not like you're not ever looking at a situation or your car or the airplane or the airline some type of way. You just can't let it control you. You still have to push through it. You still have to like be.
My bad. That one play too much. He's just silly, man. Like that's like, oh, still got to push through it. Hell yeah, I don't know. They're pushing through it. I'm gonna go this other route. I'm gonna go this
I
other
mean, and that's
route.
fine. It is perfectly fine and okay if like, there's people out there that is saying no they won't fly or no they won't drive their car or no they won't do this and that and the third if there's an occurrence that, could potentially no I won't bungee jump because there's been no I won't ride the roller coaster. There's been no I won't get on the Titanic. No I won't there's been train crashes too. No I won't do, or some people out here that just plain that won't drive a car. So it is perfectly fine if you're against, you know, those type of activities because of situations of repetitiveness of, you know, incidents like that. That's perfectly fine as well. I'm just saying, but it just depends on the person, I guess.
Man, I'm just, I got a joke in my head right.
Go ahead. If you could stop laughing. Oh
But no,
goodness.
I'm saying like I wouldn't. I'm not saying that I would just cut offline. But let's just say for the next 2 months, you know what I'm saying, while all this stuff, we're gonna let this thing. I don't even want to say die down because that's like we're gonna let this thing cool out. You know what I'm saying? Before
Mhm.
I start getting real, we're gonna hopefully let them figure out whatever the issue is. I
Mhm.
almost look at it like this right here. when it comes to technology, right? I will always encourage people never get on that first wave. Never get on that first wave, or if it's been some things that's been occurring lately with certain devices or whatever, maybe you just need to hold off on it just for a little bit, not forever, but just for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Consider some alternate things until they get them bugs and stuff worked out. And
That's
then
exactly. Oh,
you can go ahead and purchase that technology, or you can go ahead and get on that trip. I mean, take that plane trip or whatnot. Now, as far as bungee jumping, hell no. As far as skydive, hell, I ain't doing none of that. And I'll go and do the simulator thing all damn day. Hey, I'm with that. I'm gonna treat it just like what I'm saying. As long as I'm safe, hey, as long as I'm safe and it feels like I'm there, I'll rock with you. I'm good. I'm good with that. But you know what I'm saying? As far as jumping out the damn plane, I ain't doing that. Hell no. Hell no. Damn sure ain't about to do no bungee jumping where they push you. Oh, I promise you. See, my reflexes is quick. So you gonna catch two before I go down, brother. I promise you, you going to sleep right there. Next time I come, like the instructor, he sleep. Knock that up here, man. Shoot.
yeah.
Catch two
It,
of
it,
them. Pop, pop. He hit me. Like, man, you pushed me. What you mean? Sure. This here, player. Sure, that was just a reaction. My bad, man. You all right. Put some ice on it. Put some ice on that, man. You'll be all right. Great. Rub some dirt in it.
yeah.
But,
I've,
you got
I've
anything?
heard of.
Oh, you got anything else you want to add to that? That was just a question that I had for the audience and whatnot, man. Are y'all scared to fly after recent plane events or whatnot? I just thought that was an interesting question. I just wanted to bring to people's attention.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
Oh yeah, I did want to put this out as well. I'm gonna say this, you know what I'm saying, because
Oh
I
my
feel like this
goodness.
is important information to know. So, one of those planes was actually from well, they had an entire female crew. One of the planes, I don't know if it went down or whatever happened to it, but they said that they had an all women crew. So they went out on purpose to find all women, whether they were qualified or underqualified. They were specifically looking for an all women crew. And I'm just wondering, because they even made a video or something like that, like and put it on TikTok about celebrating the fact that they don't have any men, you know what I'm saying, for being a part of their crew or whatnot. So I'm just wondering. I'm not saying that it is. I'm not saying that it ain't. I'm just asking a question. I wonder if that played a part in it. I'm just curious. Do you think? What are your thoughts on that? Or did you hear that? I ain't gonna ask you what you thought. I was like, did you hear about that?
Yes, I heard about it.
Mm, mm, Yeah, I wonder if that actually played a part, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna
Mm.
leave it at that. So the next topic that I wanted to bring out, this was actually on the radio station, and somebody was about to give it away with a reaction video, but you want to go ahead and because I know you
Uh,
were gonna say it last. I'm gonna go ahead and give you the floor because I feel like it's only right that I allow you to get it up off your chest and whatnot.
um. Okay, so, but you explain things a little bit better.
Well, I can chime in and help you out or whatnot if need be. I got your back. I got your back.
All right. So, like he was saying on the radio, well, Katie was saying on the radio, it was pretty much, was they asking who's in the doghouse or who's in the wrong, something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
So the mom, okay, the mom wanted to save. 200? Was it 200 or 100
Yeah, I think it was $200 per paycheck. Yeah, $200 per
per
paycheck.
per paycheck of their daughter to put towards like rainy day or college or car or something like that?
The daughter was 16 years old. 16-year-old daughter. Yeah.
Yes.
And my bad, my
And
bad. It was 100. It was 100. My fault.
it's a
100,
hundred.
100 per check,
A
which
hundred
means
per check.
basically $200 every month.
Okay. Okay. And the dad is like, no, we gonna use that towards the bills like we did our son.
hmm
And so the question is, what's the question?
Yeah. The question is, who was wrong in this situation? Who do you think was wrong in this situation? I think it's actually a really really good question because it's a lot going on with this, and I think
Yeah,
that questions like this definitely should be unpacked. Unpacked because one thing that one of the callers was saying. Shout out to Power 98, man. I think that I love to hear questions from them because it's always almost like a two-side type of thing. And I gotta give Steve Harvey and 101.9. I gotta give them some slack, man. I mean, I gotta give them some
Grace.
yeah, no, I ain't giving no grade. Hell no. I
No.
gotta give them some smoke because most of the
Oh,
time when they have questions, it's always one sided. It's always like one side is just all bad, and it always seems like it's always directed towards men being bad. Like, do y'all only take questions from guys as being the worst of the worst? Like, damn, at what point are we gonna sing a different song, a different tune, change the radio station? Good grief. So yeah, I definitely got to give a shout out to Power 98. I think this is a phenomenal question. But one of the people that called in, and I think that this was actually a decent way of looking at it because I didn't think about it like this, even though that still didn't change my point of view on it. But what one of the young ladies was saying was like, well, you know, are we not trying to teach our young boys how to be men and know and understand that in life you're gonna have to pay for stuff, and then we should be teaching our daughters that uh well, I didn't agree with this part, but being independent and whatnot, and saving up for yourself or whatever. Again, I kind of agree with the boy thing, the young man. Y'all gonna walk around or whatnot, young boy situation. You know what I'm saying? Teaching him the importance of paying bills and trying to figure out how to budget and save. I thought that was actually a dope way of looking at it. And when she started getting to the girl, I was like, "Oh, you were doing so good." I thought she was gonna say something about being feminine, being soft, or whatever. Maybe, I don't know. I was hoping she was gonna be able to spin it a different way. But yeah, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on the entire situation?
I still ain't really come to a conclusive thought on that.
Hello,
uh, can you hear me?
hello,
Oh man, you probably switch it
hello.
to here.
The hell?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you.
You probably have to switch it to whatever you're listening to outside while you're walking.
Oh, well, I'm on the mic. I didn't know it had disconnected for whatever reason, but we good though.
Okay. So, mm, I see both points.
Okay.
I feel like I see both points, and it's one of those where it's like,
Now, when you say both points, you got to break it down. Which points are you referring to?
so well, the point of that, they use. the son's money towards bills,
Mhm.
and I feel like it's okay for that, and I feel like it's okay if they use the daughter's money towards her savings and stuff like that. And in a perfect world, I feel like if they could have been able to use both of their ideas for both of their children,
Mhm.
would have been I feel like that would have been the best case scenario where they're both getting the knowledge that they need when it comes to like paying bills, like the lady was saying that have, paying bills, budgeting and stuff, and also putting money aside for a rainy day or college or car or whatever else um that they want in the future.
Mhm.
So I don't really think that either one of them is technically in the wrong.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm a again. I think that, yeah, your perspective and also the other perspective I heard. I think that is really valid because when it comes to parenting, when it comes to I think most things in life, you're pretty much you're trying to figure it out, and
Mhm.
as you get older, as you start to mature, you like, yo, maybe we didn't do things the correct way, and we want to start to correct those ways, right? And the way
Mhm.
that we're going to do that is we're going to try to parent this child a little bit better and try to prepare this child, for their future, even though we didn't do the best job with our other child. Now, I also believe in equal opportunity across the board. I don't give a damn if you a male, female. Y'all know how I look at it. I put everybody.
And
Like
I
this,
agree.
I put everybody in the exact same category. It's always gonna be that way. Nothing is gonna be switched up. Male, female, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I think that you want to you don't want to do one thing for one child and not do one thing for the other. Now, what I would say
Mhm.
is what they could have done is they could have maybe stepped in and taught her how to budget a little bit better or whatever. And I think one of the most important questions that was not asked that I wish would have been answered is how old was their son when all of this took place? Because for a guy that worked before I was able to work, and was able to pretty much pay for all of my stuff for school, in school, outside of school, or whatever, anything that I had since middle school, I would say, at 16 years old, you're not working that many hours. So $100 out of a paycheck, that's damn near everything. Like, I ain't
Mhm.
got nothing. Like, come on, I only work the weekends. And then if you 16, you can't work past 9, which means I don't know where y'all are from, but we get out of school around 3:45, which means the earliest that most of y'all gonna be able to get to work, the earliest is 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock to about 9. And that's
Mhm.
if you work every day. I play sports. So during the week was pretty much out of the question. Like I would get off after because we would get out of football practice early on Thursdays because that was just our little walkthrough days or whatever. And I would do a couple of hours here and there, and of course, the weekends. But that paycheck wasn't looking like nothing. Like I could get a pack of damn Starburst and a Gatorade. And I'm like, damn, where all my money went to? Good grief. And you want $100. I'm up here patting my pipe. 100, 100, damn, what, $100. 100, where the hell am I get this $100 is a lot of money. $100 is a lot of money for a 16-year-old that's working part-time at probably like maybe a fast food restaurant or whatever, where they're probably paying you minimum wage. And again, you still Uncle Sam,
Mhm.
don't give a damn how old you is. He's still gonna get his money out the top. taking that money out, man. $100 is a lot of money. And again, I think one of the most important questions that was not asked was how old was the son when y'all were taking that $100 out of his paycheck? Because if he's 18 and she's 16, then that looks completely different. With you being
Mm.
18, that means you got a lot more time. It's a lot more flexibility, you know what I'm saying, with that. And I think I think that was probably like the most important question that should have been asked. How old was the son when y'all was taking out that $100 for that paycheck?
Mhm.
Because again, 18 and 16 is two completely different things. Because if you 16, you can't work past 9, because I believe that's like the law. I don't think you can work past any day. I think even on the weekends, right? You can't work past 9.
Mm, yeah. I don't recall, to be honest with you. I have to look that up.
I remember they used to require a worker's permit. I don't know if it might be 15 where you had to have like a worker's permit. I had to get back in the car. It's cold as heck out there. Man, free. Hello? Damn it.
I'm still here.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. I believe it was at 15. 15 you had to have like a worker's permit. But I still believe that it's like 16, like you can't work past 9. I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Yeah, I remember hearing it, but as far as like being sure what the curfew was, you asking the wrong person. This might say a lot about me. Maybe, maybe not. I didn't start working as for real until I was like 19. So
Must be nice. Now it's over here looking mean now, like, oh word. So you think you got it now?
no.
But yeah, that's really what I'm thinking. Like I really would have loved to hear, when they were taking the money, out of the son's paycheck or whatever. I would love to know if he was in school, and also how old was he when all of this stuff was taking place.
Mhm.
Because $100 again, part time, 16-year-old, that's a lot of mother freaking money, man. A lot of money, a lot of bread. Dang,
Yeah.
I feel it for him. But yeah, what you do for one, you definitely should keep it consistent across the board. You know what I'm saying? If we took 100 out of her doggone paycheck, hey, outside, I would say this: you still up under our house. You got a roof over your head, clothes on your back, food on the table or whatnot. We looking out for you. We gonna go ahead and take that Hundum off the top.
Mhm.
Again, and we just keeping it consistent across the board. But
Yeah.
if it was my way, honestly, if it was my way, I definitely would take that 100. But it wouldn't be spent towards. I probably wouldn't even tell. I probably wouldn't even have told my child, but I would probably be taking that money out, and it'll either be spent towards going towards their transportation, or maybe even something that I can add towards something to send them off to either to college or to pay for their college tuition or whatnot. I'm not
Mhm.
against either or, but that's just me. I, I don't know, man. That was kind of hard. That was like one of the, I think that was like one of the second hardest things for me to try to figure out this week. We're talking about the next one after this. You got anything else you wanted to add to this mother situation?
No.
But I'm
No.
about to say the mother was wrong. Though. I think she was wrong. I'm gonna be honest
Okay.
with you. Like that's still my opinion. I think, yeah, nah.
I
What
see
worked
where
for
you're
one ain't
coming
gonna
from,
work for.
though. Yeah, I definitely see where you're coming from, and I was thinking that too. Like, you know, just because she's your daughter and your sweet baby girl and this and that and the third, like that kind of, I guess you can say that kind of shows favoritism.
Favoritism, absolutely. That's what I was
Yeah.
saying. Yep, absolutely, 1,000%, absolutely. I'm over here shaking my locks right now. 1,000%, 1,000 player. That is most certainly favoritism. There is no way around it. I don't care what those people try to tell you. Ain't no faking the phone, man. That's definitely showing favoritism. And you don't want to do that with a child, man. I don't care if they done grown and
Hmm.
they done got out or whatever. They still look at that like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't even
Cause
get
that
that
could,
doggone treatment. What's up with that?
yeah, that could cause a rift between the siblings. Like, of
Absolutely.
course, siblings have their little sibling rivalry and stuff like that. But then now you have, oh, mom like you better, and you
Hmm.
know, you don't want those issues, man.
Right. That's exactly why I listen. I ain't gonna never have to worry about this with anybody because they will take my mom, my dad, my sisters, my brothers. Everybody will tell you. I'm gonna tell you one thing about this mofo. He don't give a damn who you is. If he tell you he about to leave, damn it, he gonna leave you. He gonna leave his grandma, his auntie, his dad. That mofo don't care. If he tell you If he say, "Hey, I need my money by next week," give that man his damn money. Because if you don't, it's gonna be a damn problem. You don't care who you is, it's gonna be a problem. Like, hey, I got a bone to pick with anybody. Hey, it's gonna always be straight across the board. That's why, honestly, when I look at my life, when I look at the people that I encounter, I think that's why people have so much respect for me because how I go about doing things. Like I don't do things like I'm not trying to be mean. I don't try to use power or try to force or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Like what they say. I don't try to rule with a what do they say? Is
Iron
it a
Fist.
yeah? I don't try to rule with like an iron fist. It's always going to be some sort of compassion, um, a certain level of grace and things like that. Like we can always have a conversation if there's a misunderstanding or whatever. We can always come, sit down, have a talk. Maybe my wires were crossed, maybe your wires were crossed or whatever. Let's try to get a better understanding and just get it like that. You know what I'm saying? That's just been my take, man. I think that's the reason why, again, I think that so many people, they gravitate towards me and they respect me so much because the respect that I give to everybody. I don't care if you are a child. I don't care if you're 90 something years old. I extend that grace across the board. Now, if you think for a second that you can get rowdy with me. You can try to be stern with me. If you think that force is the best way to go, I promise you, it's not gonna end well. All right. Oftentimes, I'm going to reflect whatever energy I've been given. Oftentimes, you know what I'm saying. Unless I got my eye on the target. If I'm, if I got my eye on something, just get out of his way. Let that man work. You know what I'm saying. That ain't got nothing to do with anybody. That's just me, just focusing on the goal. But for the most part, pretty chill, pretty happy guy, man. And I try to keep that compassion, that that type of thing with everybody, man. No ill will.
Hmm.
It's all love at the end of the day.
Hmm.
But the
Hmm.
other thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about, this will be the last topic. So we recently did a reaction about a young lady and her was it I don't even think he was 13.
It said 13.
It was a 13-year-old boy.
Hmm.
A 13-year-old kid. Was he? Well, I guess a 13-year-old kid and his PS5. He was 13?
Or 12. Now you making me guess.
Yeah, I don't know. It was one of them. He was young though. I think you're right. I think he was 13. I think he was 13.
Or
But
is
yeah,
it 12?
we did. Oh. You got to hit that. Oh, okay, all right. But I thought this was actually one of the hardest things for me to navigate through. And with those reaction videos, I don't like to spend too much time on them because I be
Mhm.
wanting to hear from other people and get their thoughts on it. But I figure on the podcast we would bring this thing back to the forefront. And moms absolutely love and enjoys when I take a little bit more time on these podcasts because she does listen to the podcast on
Oh,
these
that's nice.
podcasts, yeah, and talk about she'll go back and listen to them at a later time or whatever when she out and about working or whatnot. Shout out to you, moms, Bernadine, Miss Bernadine. No, I'm joking. But yeah, it was a woman. She was in the car and she had her phone what looked like in a cup holder, and she was asking her son. It was her son's birthday. The guy was 13 or 12 years old. He wasn't know, 13 or 12 years old. He might have been 12, just turned 13. We'll just say that. And it was his birthday. He was in the back seat, and they were having a conversation. And it started off with the mom basically just talking and saying that I'm your mom, and if I ask for something, you should give it to me. As a mother, I'm coming to you and asking for you to help me out with the light bill, right? You done got a lot of money for your birthday, and that money that you have can help pay the light bill. And the young man was just like, Mom, I don't understand why I have to give money. I have to give you my birthday money to pay the light bill. Like, this is my birthday money. And she was like, well, if you don't want to do that, then it's okay. We're just gonna take I'm gonna take that PS5, and I'm guessing she's either gonna sell it or she's gonna pawn it, and the money that she gets from that, she's gonna use that money to pay the light bill. Because hey, if the light bill don't get paid, you ain't gonna be able to play that PS5 anyway. And so the young girl, I think her daughter's name was Leilani. The daughter butted in was just they was, they was double teaming her, boy. She was getting worked in that car by them doggone little kids. You hear me? They was on her neck. like, like, I don't think, what I'm saying, of you coming to us as children, as an adult, what I'm saying, you shouldn't be asking your son for his birthday money on his birthday. I mean, she was going off. She was
Mm.
feeding her mama back there, boy. All them doggone little gut checks. And she was like, what you need to be doing is you need to be spending a little bit more time with us and stop spending so much time with your little boyfriend. And yes, she said little boyfriend. I did my little head back and forth because I'm pretty sure she probably moving her little head like that too. Spend a little bit
Mhm.
more time with us instead of your little boyfriend. You got to go back. But no, well, I wanna spend a little bit more time and kind of like hopefully we can kind of like dissect this a little bit more than we did on that reaction video, because I did do like a little temperature check, man, and I'm still kind of like in a limbo with you know my thoughts on this, because this was definitely hard for me, man. What
Okay.
were your thoughts?
Yeah, it's definitely a lot to unload, unfold, air out, airing out the laundry. Um, so I'm gonna say it like this. What they were saying isn't wrong. I think that's what I said in the reaction. What they were saying isn't wrong. They expressed their feelings of how they was feeling about their mother's behavior, and um, they said what they said. No, moms is an adult.
That don't got our priorities in order.
Yes, she don't got her priorities in order. She needs help, and in a whole, they are a family.
Hmm.
So it can be justified.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take a page
I
out of one of the people that was under the comment real quick, and what they said was, she
I
has a
was gonna say,
boyfriend.
oh yeah, well, that's it.
She has a boyfriend. I don't understand why isn't the boyfriend helping out or contributing, and why in the world is she spending all of this money on the boyfriend?
Hmm.
What? So you got a whole boyfriend over there that you spending money on, and he know that you got not one but two kids, and the light bill, the light about to get cut off. Make it make
Hmm.
sense. You tell you telling me you got a man, you got a grown man over there. Y'all going out on dates. You paying for everything. He know you got two kids. You know you got two kids. You know that light bill is due in a day or two or whatever, and you still going out? How you getting all this doggone free time? Obviously, you need to be spending more time at work, making a little bit more money. I don't,
Her,
I, I don't get it.
her priorities and choices.
I see that, man. Again, huge shout
Mm.
out to that individual that commented. I apologize that I don't remember your name, but I told them, I was like, yo, that little girl did say, my bad, Leilani did say, you stop spending so much time and whatnot with your little boyfriend or whatnot. I'm like, yo, what's going on? What's the deal with that? And I'm wondering, right? That be my
Mhm.
main thing that I be asking. Where is the man or the leader in this picture? Like, why in the world
Mhm.
is she still out here making some of the worst freaking decisions when it comes to like money management? Like, I think that's one of, if you're going to be responsible for other people, and I'm talking about her kids, I can't
Mhm.
necessarily control or blame the guy, because at the end of the day, listen, what I mean, hey, he is his own person. He is his own mother loving person, and he probably there just for a good time, not a long time. So can't fault him.
Mhm.
I cannot fault the guy in this situation. But if you know that you're over, or you're, what I'm saying, you're taking care of not one but two people, the very first thing that you need to make sure is that those priorities are being taken care of at the least. Like, the fact that you have to ask your 13-year-old son for his birthday money to pay the light bill is freaking insane. Never in a million years. Now again, what I was saying was, as a 13-year-old kid, it would have been no question. My mom wouldn't even have to have asked for that doggone money. That light bill would have been paid. I promise you it would have. Birthday money or whatever. Cause I know me, I know my work ethic. I would have made that thing right back the next day any doggone way. I ain't talking about
Mhm.
flipping that. I mean like honest money. Get a little
Mhm.
scratch off here, get a little scratch off. No, I didn't get a scratch off a few times. My grandma had got me a few scratch offs here and there.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I
cool.
hit on them things too. But that's neither here or there. But what I'm saying is just how I was raised. I ain't even gonna say how I was raised. I seen my mom get out there and work her butt off for six people and not complain, not once. Came home and cooked every day. Used to walk to and from not one but two jobs. Would get home sometimes at 3 o'clock in the morning, tired, exhausted, and still came through that door with a freaking smile on her face. So the way that I approach life is completely different from most people that I will ever encounter. Any situation that I'm in, it's always going to be looked at as the same. It's a blessing. Like, I don't give a damn if I'm down and out. I don't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. At the end of the day, I will still always look at it as a blessing. I still got another opportunity to go out here to improve, to go out here and create a better situation for myself whenever I decide to do so. And nobody can stop that but me. I control everything that I do. I'll control, how I react to certain things or whatever. And literally, the sky is the limit. I literally watched I'm going to say by far, the hardest working person on this planet do it. Not just do it, but do it with a freaking smile on their face. That's why I have so much respect for my mom. Like, I have never in my life seen anybody, and I do mean anybody, get up and display that type of character, that type of behavior for the amount of time that I was up under her roof. Never in life, man. I mean, like it was a blessing to watch. That's one of the reasons why the rest of my siblings was asleep when they were knocked out. While they sleep, I'm literally going up behind them and cleaning up the entire house. My mom would tell you, that entire house was spick and span, clean, top to bottom. When she walked through those doors, that was my gift to her. I wanted to make sure when she got home, she didn't have to lift a doggone finger. You know what I'm saying? Listen, if I can, set your bath water or whatever, if I can rub your feet, like, man, listen, everything. Man, I done took toenail polish off my mama's toes for it. Man, listen, I don't do that for everybody, dog. I don't do that for nobody when I think about it, but I don't really touch nobody's feet like that. But like when you give that type of energy and you still, you do it with grace, you do it with a smile. I always talk about energy with me. I'm going to make sure that I go above and beyond and get that thing back 10 times fold because most people don't look at life like that. And I'm gonna have to get her down and sit her down. This Me and moms, we have some really, really like tough, like heart to heart conversations that I promise you it will break anybody down. Like I don't record any of those conversations, but we're gonna have to get a podcast where me and her just pretty much just speak and talk. And I promise you, like that realness, y'all are gonna hear it, man, through them speakers, through your TV, your or whatever. Like just really have those mother son conversations, those tough, like, going through tough times. I just need to sit her down and just ask her like what was going through your mind while you were out there as cold as it was, walking back home with a bag full of McDonald's, because she used to work at one of her jobs was McDonald's. She used to work at McDonald's or whatever. That was one of her I ain't even gonna say part-time job because he was doing full-time hours there as well on top of working that other job. But walk home, I'm talking about two hands, not one hand, but two hands holding a bag, bringing that food back to feed not one but six children. If she wasn't cooking, she was bringing food home. But every day that she came home, she either had something to eat or whatever, or she was cooking. I'm talking about breakfast, dinner. Most of the time during lunch, we was out there either going to church or whatever, Awana. I'll talk about that a little bit, or or whatever, man. I ain't gonna lie, we had to defend for ourselves or whatnot during the day because she had to work those two jobs in order to make sure that we had a roof over our head. Then we had an older brother or whatnot. My oldest brother. Shout out to the Carlos, man. That was our. Would that be like a caretaker or a caregiver? What would that be? A caretaker? Can he be classified as a caretaker, or is that just for old people?
Um, mm, Let me see. I think it's more so as like for someone that kind of
Can't do for
unable to
themselves.
do for themselves. So
Well, some of us
yeah.
was.
Well, I guess
We
then.
were, yeah. Yeah, so we were 2 years apart, but yeah, some of us was, I'm just gonna say, yeah, not quite able to do everything for ourselves. So, yeah, huge shout out to my mom and to my brother, man. But yeah, at that age, at 13, I promise you, yeah, I would have stepped up and made sure that I looked out for my mom. And I'm not saying this because I'm saying that kid, that's what he's supposed to do, because I, he's not supposed to do that. You know what I'm saying? As a kid, you should be able to hold on to your birthday money. That's your birthday money. That's the money that you got for your birthday. You should be able to spend that on candy and snacks and stuff like that. I just had a different mindset. Just from, again, I don't even say it's how I was raised. It's just the things that I looked at, I observed, and I just had a different sense of awareness at a young age to look at life completely different from how most people would probably look at that. Because like they say, man, you have two siblings that grew up in the same household, and one of them would say that mom was never there. The other one would say that mom worked her butt off and made sure that we had a roof over our head. And that's how she expressed and showed us that she loved us or whatever. And so I just took that different approach or whatnot. But
Shout out to mom.
yeah, huge shout out to Bernadine, man. Mom, I look. I had to give you a quick look. I always give her a little shout out, but I had to give you another one. Every time that I get the opportunity, I got to make sure that I put that out there, because if you grew up where I grew up, like, it was a lot of people that wasn't fortunate enough to have anything remotely close to what I had. And let me just go ahead and put things into perspective, because I need for people to understand that our mothers, our parents did the best that they could. There were literally some parents out there that were strung out on drugs, that literally gave their children away just for another hit. And these are people that I went to school with, people that I know, people that I grew up with and I was close with. Like, it was literally like that serious. And so, every time that I get the opportunity, I try to make sure that, again, man, I'm giving, grades, giving shout outs or whatever, give credit where credit is due. And yeah, just tell my mom and my pops and everybody that had any part in raising me, how much I honestly really do appreciate them. And I learned most of the things that I learned by observation, by looking. Most of the stuff that I learned, they didn't even have to tell me, they didn't have to teach me, they didn't have to say anything. I learned most of those things just by watching and observing. Like they said, man, you can learn a lot from people just by watching them. I'm gonna learn from your mistakes, or I'm gonna learn from, when you do well or you do good. Like, okay, those are things that I can take and I can use, and those are things that I can't. Either way, I'm learning. But yeah, man, shout out to that young brother, man. Uh, Even after all of that, man, I'm still somewhat on the fence. I really don't know which person to side with, because that's tough, man. You have what I would still look at as being disrespectful, because the way that those children were speaking to their mom, I would never. I'm just gonna say I would never do anything like that. And the mom, again, not having her priorities in order, she's definitely wrong for that. So yeah, I'm still somewhat on the fence, but I figure I would at least bring it up and see if anything else sparks. And I did want to give a huge shout out to the people that commented below that video, man. It definitely gave me a different insight on things, and it honestly made me appreciate certain people in my life a lot more, just by hearing some of the conversations that sparked. you got anything else you want?
Um, well, no, I mean, not too much different from what you're saying, uh, about the respect thing. Um, yeah, it's layers to that situation, to that, yeah, to that video, that situation too, because, um, as it been said, like she has to get her priorities straight, and the kids were disrespectful, but they was providing fair points, and like the commenter said, you know, there's another adult in the situation at the same time that's just like, well, like you were saying, if he knows, he's dealing with someone, she has children, and I feel like I'm sure she's expressing that, yeah, my light bill or this, that, and the third is a little short this month or whatever.
He obligated though. He did not obligate.
Huh? No, he's
I
not
said I just want to point
obligated.
out.
He's not. He's really not obligated because that's not his responsibility. Like he's not married to this lady.
Yeah,
They're not his kids.
they made my kids. He gonna comment
He
below.
he
Hey, them
don't
ain't my
live
damn
there.
kids.
Like
That
he
boy gonna
don't
comment
live
on.
there, but I just feel, I mean, and yeah, so it's just like no one's giving nobody advice on how they should be handling things. Really, like she don't know how to handle things, and well, I wouldn't really say the kids don't, but they're just. It's just the fact that how they came across and expressed what they was saying to their mother,
Yeah,
and to be honest with you, like I'm kind of like you, like if my mom's saying she needs some help with this and that and the third, if I got it, well, she got it too.
yeah.
Even if I'm not feeling it.
My
Like I
birthday
know me,
month.
me
Ah,
and my
ah.
brother be like, hey, man, she what y'all saying? Nothing here. So uh, I can't help either. But yeah,
Again,
that's my thoughts on it.
trying to extend a little bit of grace to everybody. I would say that it's unfortunate when things like this happen because a young lady like this, probably didn't have the guidance that she needed. It's a lot of people that didn't have that guidance that they need. The importance of financial literacy, the importance of how you should be prioritizing things, and I think that a lot of people are living above their means. If you can't pay your own damn bills, you know, regardless of what that is, then I would honestly say that you need to take a look and evaluate what you are spending your money on. Like, because one thing that I cannot stand to see is people complaining about being in a situation, but you look at their spending habits and they are literally out here just blowing the bag on some ignorant ish that they honestly don't need. And if you are doing those things, don't expect for people to come out and save you. Now, if you got two children or whatever, and you're putting all of your money and everything towards bills and things like that, and you're not out here spending anything crazy, then again, I think those type of people deserve a little bit of grace. But if you out here again just spending money on stupid ignorant stuff, and you expecting for your children to bail you out, you're expecting for people to bail you out, and I think you're wrong. You are absolutely wrong. Your priorities are not in order, and you can't be looking to blame anybody else for you getting yourself in this situation. And that's why I would say again to this young lady, I don't think that people like this have honestly been taught the importance of how to come up with a decent budget. Got to do better, man. We really do. We got to do better as a community, as just people in general. Stop thinking and expecting for people to come and save you, because when we look at the reality, you're looking for a child that's just now became a teenager to help you because you have a bad habit of spending. Probably out here spending money on ridiculous stuff. And I think that a lot of people be looking for somebody to blame instead of just admitting you got a problem. You have an issue. And to the young children, I would say to those young children, no, you shouldn't be speaking to your mother like that. There is no reason why you should be speaking to her that way. And I do know and I do understand that no, you probably don't have the proper guidance that you should have as a child, because if a man was in that situation, that's where balance comes into play. And I believe and I know if those children had the right male figure, I prefer their father in their life, that they wouldn't be speaking to that mother that way. And the situation that she's currently in right now, again, it goes back to the mindset. She wouldn't be in it. Simple as that. Simple as that, man. Again, I try to give everybody a little bit of grace. I try to look at things on both ends of the spectrum, and I try to hold everybody accountable. And I done did that now, so my conscience is clear. Shut my rocks off. You got anything else you wanted to add before we get up out of here?
No, I think we hit on all points on that one. Yeah, that was really something, to include. Um, was the commenter, the person that commented about the boyfriend, not just the boyfriend, but just like how you were saying, just that leader, male leader in the home, like you said, preferably the father, um, would prevent. I wouldn't even say bring order because I feel like it would have prevent something like this from happening in the first place. But if still, like, they would, know to respect what their mother, some sort of order would have still been had if they were, not if, but yeah, if he was there in that environment at that time. But yeah,
Yeah.
so no, I don't really have nothing to say.
Yes, I got you. And also keep in mind, that young lady has to have that mindset, because we know you can have a guy that does have those leadership qualities and everything, but she has to make that choice to fully submit to that guy.
Yes.
And any young lady that's listening to this, you need to understand that you're gonna have to submit, hopefully submit to somebody. If you can't submit to somebody, then you can't expect for anybody to really, again, go all out and honestly be there for you and your situation, whether it's that guy that's playing stepdaddy, or whatever that dude, that whoever that dude is to you, that's uh that's in there now. You got to fully submit to somebody, man. But again, it all starts with the mindset. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and end this video right here. I wanted to end it at 1 o'clock, but we was cooking. We was cooking. Anyway, man, y'all be blessed, y'all be beautiful, and we will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Peace.